before we get into the video, I just want to apologize for this video and the next one being so late. Obviously, they'll still be kinda-ish on time. It just, there was an extra break, an extra week in the middle, and I needed that just to sort of get to actually editing these videos and still keep up with schoolwork that was missing because it's the end of a grading period. So I just wanted to apologize before the video, and I wanted to thank everyone for the soon-to-be 80 subs and over 1,000, almost 2,000 views on my channel. Thank you. Welcome everyone to Teffla's Sealed Only Adventure. Starting from nothing but 3 freezing chain structure decks, I will attempt to build a deck to top a regional. Along the way, I'll pick up new packs and other product, limiting myself only by my $30 a week sealed only budget. Additionally, there are several sets that I'll have sealed behind certain challenges, and these sets are things like structure decks or Dual Devastator where there are guaranteed cards. This is not only to test my ability as a duelist, but also to provide more and better content for you guys. Before I get into the video, however, I do want to thank Nimnim and Revs Cards for the inspiration, as well as Flashcards for sponsoring me. If you're ever in my area, stop by my locals and thank Flashcards, or hit the link down in the description to join their Discord and thank them that way. Now then, let's get ready to document my 0 to hero status. Alright everyone, so I just got my new stuff in. Got my special editions for Raging Tempest. Honestly, I don't know why people don't buy special editions anymore. They're usually cheaper, and they typically serve at least my needs better. But with all that said, today we're going to be opening 2 Raging Tempest, 1 Invasion Vengeance. So, yeah, let's get into that. Right in front of you guys, I will open the first box of Raging Tempest. This is the first time I've ever actually opened this set. Back when it first came out, I was so new at Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, we all know how it is as a new player in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let's see what promos we got. We got number 22, Zombie Stein, and Zodiac Catch Roost. Not bad. Those were the two cards that I was hoping for. I thought they were the best looking ones out of the group, so, yeah. Now let's move on to the 3 packs that are in here. Pack number 1, we've got Shinobird Crane. Well, that's upside down. I didn't see it. Zodiac Sign. I believe that's a Zodiac spell card, or field spell. Mechanical Arc Fiend. Kind of a cool little Fiend card here. Didn't this card see a little bit of meta play? I don't know. Massive Morph. Fun card, fun card. Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja. Kind of hard to read that name, but Soup Sam. Wind Witch Glass Bell. Nice! Alright, alright. That's kind of cool. What? That was the only card in the entire pack that was upside down? Alright. Ritual Beast Return. Performapal Hand Standakun. And Pursha Doll Aeon. Alright, so that was a really cool pack number 1. I really must say, we already got our first Ultra. So, that's like really cool, and it's a really good Ultra, although it doesn't help our deck too much. Moving on to pack number 2. Now these were all randomly picked boxes, so I have no idea what my chances are. Another Shinobird Crane. Symphonic Warrior Mics. I used to run this in Cyber Dragons. With Guitar, I think. Rangup Magic Cypher Ascension. Subterra Behemoth nope. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Beautiful. Ritual Beast Return. White Princess. Symphonic Warrior Synthesis. And Performapal Hand Standakun. When I first started, I was running a really janky DDD Pen Magician build, which then moved into Performapal Pen Magician, before just being pure Pen Magician. So I have a soft spot for Performapals. Alright, so moving on to the final pack, we got another Crystron Rion. Not that we really need it at this point. Cyber Tutabon. Zodiac Bunny Blast. Might build Zoo out of this. Flower Guardian Cherry Blossom with Curtain. Zodiac Borbo, Speak of the Devil. Zodiac Whiptail. Somebody wants me to build Zodiac.
Symphonic Warrior Synthesis, or Synthess, Shinobird's Calling, and Shinobird Pigeon. You know, Shinobird holds so much potential. Anyways, moving on to the second box. And I'm sorry these are kind of damaged. Transport here was not the greatest. The U.S. Postal Service does not do its peoples well. Although, thank you, flashcards, for getting me these. I do have to give you guys a shout out while I'm opening. I think both of these were pulled from the back of the box. Anyways. Can I? Thank you. Alright. Well, that's not gonna do. We got Zombie Stein and Balbaboon. Not bad. And, of course, we got the reason you guys all came here and the reason I bought it, the 3 packs. Oh, whoops. Alright. Rank Up Magic Cypher Ascension, Simp Amplifier, Void Feast, Spiral Mission Recapture, Neo Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Beautiful. Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, White Princess, Rocket Hand, and Cypher Entranger. Not bad. Pack number 2. I was kind of hoping for, you know, another Ultra maybe. Maybe a Secret, I don't know. But, we still got packs. Oh, hey, look, Miscellaneousaurus. One of my favorite cards. Rank Up Magic Cypher Ascension, Cyber Chutobon, Shinobird Power Spot, Performapal Laugh Maker. I've never seen this Performapal before. Dragon Caller Magician. I did use that one. Shinobird Pigeon, Ritual Beast Return, and Performapal Handstandicoon. Alright, moving on to the final pack for today's opening for Raging Tempest. I was hoping for, you know, Crystron cards, but obviously not in today's opening. Fairy Tale Rella, Shinobird Crane, Symphonic Warrior Mikes, Wind Witch Crystal Bell. Never really liked this one. Spiral Gear Utility Wire, Shinobird Pigeon, Shinobird Crow, Speedroid Horse Stilts, and Yoko Tuner. Not bad, I guess. And finally, the one set that we still need one card from. I need my Crystron Phoenix from this set. Come on. Give me the box. Thank you. I'm making a mess. We got Dystopia the Despondent and Yoko Tuner. And the 3 packs, which is the only reason I actually care about this set at this point. So, first pack, A-Cell Recombination Device, Chemicritter Hydron Hawk, Crystron Impact, 9 Pillars of the Young Zing, Spiral Master Plan, Performapal Chain Giraffe, Carbo Crab, Destocera, and Pandora's Jewelry Box. Come on. Just give me Phoenix. I don't want to keep opening this set. Rose Nix, wrong one. Multi-Threader. Oxyox. Seal Eel. Dioxogre. Quan. I did need that one, so that's a nice one. Smyger, Rosenix, and Angelica. Alright, final pack. Come on. Come on. Come on. Phoenix. Phoenix solves all of my problems. Phoenix. Give me Phoenix. I think it's 4. Alright. Thistlevern. Sprite's Blessing. Flip Hippo. Summon Gate. Angelica, Mare, Cradle Combat, Mission Assault, Torque Tuning Gear. Well, we didn't pull what we needed, but we did pull one card we could use. Not really sure how good this card is for us, but hey, it's a card we can use, so we should be happy. Anyways, we'll move on to the deck editing part from here. Alright, so this time I didn't procrastinate. I'm actually doing my deck profile the day before the tournament. So, it's a little different. I decided to break the deck down and completely rethink the strategies in it, but it should last us for the week. Next week I'll be doing Dual Devastator opening, actually, so that'll significantly help the deck. But, all that said, let's get into it. So, starting things out, we have double General Wayne of the Ice Barrier. I was just seeing him too much with no real way of actually getting him out, so I decided to cut him from 3 to 2. I think he'll work perfectly at 2. If he doesn't, well, oh well. This is a learning experience for everyone. I'm running 3 Revealers still. Revealer is the best card. You guys all know why I run it at this point. But in case you're new and this is the first episode you're watching, first off, why are you watching this one? This is episode 4. But additionally, it's because you can pitch a card to special summon a tuner straight from the deck. It's amazing, but it limits you to waters. Additionally, still running the 3 Speaker. It's a free special summon plus a free level 1 token by banishing it. That was ridiculously hard for me to say. So that's a fun one. Moving on to some of the newer stuff. 3 Crystron Roseniks. Once again, banish it to special summon a level 1 token. Additionally, it has an effect where, I don't know if you guys will be able to read it, but you can destroy a card on the field and then special summon a Crystron tuner from your deck, but you're locked into machine type synchro monsters for the rest of the turn. So, you'll see the strategy with this card a little bit later, but for now, all you need to know is 3 Roseniks. Additionally, we run 2 Defender of the Ice Barrier. Really good card, except for in the current format where everybody has card destruction. So I just needed to pitch from the deck for fodder. Double Crystron Thistvern. I don't know how to pronounce that. Basically, this one, all Crystrons share the clause where you can destroy a card in the field to special summon a tuner, and then you're locked into machine synchro monsters. But this one additionally has the effect where you can banish it to add a Crystron monster from your deck to your hand except itself. So, really good card. I wish I had gotten more copies of it. I guess it was kind of short printed. I don't know. 2 copies of Smyger. Smyger will search our traps that we need, which is pretty good. Not to mention he's a level 3, which is really good because one of our tuners is a level 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 equals Amatrix. But this one, you can banish it to add one of the spells or traps from deck to hand. So, pretty good. Double Crystron Rion. Don't know. But this one is the tuner that lets you use monsters that were banished and then shuffles them into the deck. Pretty good card. Honestly, I'm going to keep it at 2 more than likely, rather than ever bump it to 3 or bump it down to 1. I wish I could have pulled more Citries at this point, but oh well. You get what you get. Moving on to level 2s, we got double Cryomancer. Basically just dump fodder for Hexa, but also kind of a solid card. Double Zuzhen, which is just a special summon, turn after it's sent to the graveyard. Pretty good card. Helps us get into some of the rank 2 plays, or gets us another level 2 on the field if we need it. Triple Crystron Parasortal, or Parasortal. Parasortal for all I care. But pretty much what this card does, you can banish it from your graveyard to special summon a Crystron monster from your hand, and that's all that's really relevant. You banish that to special summon one. First you pitch it off of Revealer, do the Revealer plays, then you do your Crystron plays. But pretty good card all in all. It gets us extra fodder for synchro summons or whatever out of our hand. We got the one Citri that we pulled. Honestly, wish I had more of this. This plays with cards in graveyard, and then when you've done synchro summoning, they're all banished. which sets it up for Rion. So if you can get Citri and Rion on the field, you're looking pretty good. Triple Hexa. Hexa is just a really good card. You can change its level to whatever you need. Just a really good card. And then the one card that we just recently pulled, Quan. Quan lets you Synchro Summon using, I believe, a card in your hand. Plus it's a level 1, and that'll be relevant in a little bit. Moving on to spells, we've got the triple Winds over the Ice Barrier. That's not getting cut. That's like the majority of the clearance for our deck. And it just clears up the board as we need it. Triple Medallion. Triple Impact. Basically what Impact does, you can target one of your banished Crystron monsters, special summon it, but drop my opponent's monster's defense to 0, and then during either player's turn, except the turn it's sent to the graveyard, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Crystron monster, I can banish this card to negate that effect. So it has a way out of the grave, and then we run the one Crystron entry. Basically what entry does, it lets us special summon a tuner from our hand and one from grave, and then I can banish this card during either player's turn except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, and target a Crystron monster I control, send one with a different level from my deck to the graveyard, and then my monster becomes the level of the monster sent to the graveyard. A little bit confusing, but it really helps with level control. And then finally, our main removal card now, Triple Paleozoic Dynamiscus. And that does it for the main deck. Now, I get to move on to the extra deck, which is actually why I made a lot of these changes. So, with that said, let's get into it. Still running the one Martial Metal Marcher, one of the best cards, plus it special summons a tuner, and it's level 3, which is really easy to get into as long as I don't do my Ice Barrier plays before, and it's good if I get stuck with Crystron plays. One Amatrix. This card is insane if you do it on your opponent's turn. It changes all their monsters to defense, so do it during the battle phase. And if it's destroyed, you get to special summon a Crystron from your grave, except a Synchro monster. So it lets you do more Synchro plays. One, Duloran, Tiger King of the Ice Barrier. We got the double Bryonic still. Hoping to cut one of these out soon. We got double Gungnir. Also pretty good. We got, and here's where the plays get weird, one Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja. It's a level 7 requiring a machine type tuner, plus one non-tuner machine type monster. And basically it can attack directly by cutting its defense in half. It can attack well in defense position, and has pretty good stats at that. And if it's sent to the graveyard during the standby phase, if it was destroyed by card effect specifically, I can special summon it. So it kind of just recurs as long as my opponent destroys it by card effect. Which is where the next card comes into play. Super Heavy Samurai Ninja Sarutobi. So this is in case we get Quan into our hand. The Stealth Ninja plus Sarutobi, or plus Quan goes into Sarutobi. Sarutobi, as long as I have no spells or traps in my graveyard, which most of my spells, with the exception of Medallion, can remove themselves. I can burn the opponent for 500 by destroying a spell or trap they control. Also, we have Trishula, of course, still limited. Triple Trish 0, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, which makes up for the other one by far. One Paleozoic Opabenia, Opabenia, and then one Ningirsu, the World Chalice Warrior. And that does it for the extra deck. There are some weird plays, but if I don't show them in the video, I'll do a quick video at some point during the week, just to show you guys pretty much what some of the combos are if you open right. And then finally, for the side deck, we have one General Wayne in case we need it. Triple Paleozoic Morella, in order to start our Paleozoic plays if I feel that a trap build is a little more useful. One Paleozoic Leancholia. Once again, just good to have. It recycles a banish card, which is like all of the Crystrons. Triple Heavy Storm Duster for those snaggy back row decks. Triple Crackdown because we run Ningirsu, also because it's just a good card. Triple Fiendish Chain because it's a good card and nobody really knows what it does anymore. And to round out the deck, we have one Gozen Match. So this will be the deck that we're taking to locals. I'll see you guys tomorrow for me, and in just a second for you guys.
So, Game 1, Match 1 of locals the next day, or, well, the next day. And I am going first. So for the first time, possibly in my entire life, I have managed to win a dice roll. And I don't really have any big plays that I can do. I just activate Smyger, pop itself, special summon Citri, and pass turn. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I set one. This is this is a little while later, so I don't remember everything. But I'm going against Zudlik. I'm not sure how to play against Zudlik. It's not a fun deck for me to go against. I don't think it's a fun deck for anybody to go against, and I honestly believe it should have gotten hit on the last ban list. But it doesn't matter. You know what? It's the format, and we're running sealed only, so it's kind of like we're immune to the format in a way. But they're going to combo off, and if I remember right, we just got completely destroyed by this person. Like, there's no reason showing the entire duel. Of course, they're running like one of the number one meta decks, and we're running like the epitome of low-end rogue at this point. So there's not much I can do. I did enjoy it, but that was just because it was somebody I knew and I was friends with. So, needless to say, game 1 of match 1 locals was a failure for us. So, game 2 of the first match, after I had lost, I chose to go first and forgot to record the first part of my turn. So, while I'm not the happiest about that, it's not like I had any good plays I could do, so I'm pretty sure my opponent just wins here. I do activate Morella. This is a neat little thing that I was thinking about. Basically, it lines me up with 2 traps in Grave. I didn't realize that Paleozoics had to chain directly to the trap. I thought it was when a trap effect was activated. They didn't have to chain directly to it. They could chain during the same chain. Apparently I was wrong. Somebody told me that. I don't know if they're telling the truth or not. I didn't have a chance to really talk to a judge about it. But apparently I was wrong in believing that. So, oh well, I guess. But my opponent just combos off and annihilates me. There's nothing I can really do. I don't have any of my Crystron plays, so I can't synchro during their turn. And they can just clear my field with cards like Zeus or cards like Dryden, and use cards like Conquistador to make sure I don't play through whatever they're trying to do. So that said, this was not a good match for us, and we took the loss. So, game 1 of match 2, I am up against a friend of mine going first, because I won the dice roll again. So, this is like the best day ever, because I never win dice rolls. I summon Thistvern, use its effect, pop it, special summon Citri. It's what you do with Crystrons. You don't really have plays other than that going first. Ideally, Ice Barrier is for going first, and Crystron is for going second stuff, or playing during your opponent's turn. I'm sorry, I didn't summon Citri. My bad, I summoned Quan. Quan is the one that lets you special summon one from hand for a synchro summon, and he immediately pops Harpy's Feather Duster, which... that is the one card that I don't want to see. He does end up sending my Crystron Impact, which he takes a quick read of because nobody knows Crystrons. Crystrons were never meta, unless you play Duel Links. Crystrons were never meta, they were never considered good, so nobody memorized the cards. So, my friend takes a moment to read Quan, because he didn't get the same description you guys got. But I had special summoned Rosenix and then immediately synchro summoned into, I believe, Amatrix. Yeah, Amatrix in defense. And in case you guys haven't picked it up, this is my friend, the Cyber Dragon player. So you see him a lot. Yeah, you guys see him a lot. I realize this now. He is a good friend of mine, but I think in my entire time dueling against him, I've beaten him a total of less than 5 times. He's amazing with Cyber Dragons. He's probably the best Cyber Dragon duelist I know. But he contacts because guess who's running machines? Both of us. Guess who has contact fusion capability? Him. So, that said, Yeah. So, yeah, we lost this game. And, spoiler, I think, if I remember right, we lost this match pretty bad. Alright, game 2 of match 2. And I believe I'm going first, because, I mean, my deck, even though it's a go second deck, I refuse to believe that and make it go first. Probably a bad idea, but hey, who cares? Okay, so I'm gonna go a little off topic while I let you guys watch the duel, because we lost. We lost bad. There's no way I can play against Cyber Dragons. They just have... They have a negate. And that kind of just screws me. So, I'm just gonna do a little bit of talking about a couple questions I keep getting asked while I record the duels. There are people asking, like, am I allowed to swear? Can I say people's names? Can I talk to others during the tournament? Can I talk to you during the match? And the answer is, if you ever duel against me and I'm recording, of course you can. You can talk to me all you want, you can talk to others, you can swear, you don't have to worry about it. I always mute the audio, and I'll let you know beforehand if I don't mute the audio. That way you don't get caught by surprise if you swear and it's in a video. But that said, I do also ask everybody I go against if they're good with their hands, and if they're good being recorded. Because I, first off, don't want to get sued by somebody that actually knows that law. But additionally, it's just a courtesy thing. Like, I'm not the type of person just sit down with a camera and go, hey, you want to get recorded? So, there is also that. And the final thing that I wanted to say in this section is a giant thank you to everyone who has stuck with me and stuck with us. If you want to promote this, feel free to go and do that. That would be much appreciated for me. These videos do take a while to edit, and there is a lot of stress in sealed only, even if nobody wants to admit it. It's a lot of fun because it takes you back and away from the meta, so you don't have to worry about running a meta deck. And you don't have to worry about, like, the ban list destroying your deck, typically. And you can run some of the weirder combos. But I just wanted to take a moment during the duel while I was getting destroyed and taking my first turn to let you guys kind of know a couple things about this. And, of course, to say thank you to everyone who has been by our side. We're almost... Well, this morning, actually, we hit 80 subs. We're almost to 100. Which means we're almost 1/10 of the way to 1,000 subs. Once we hit 1,000, there will be a sort of a celebration video where I will be dueling with the other member. If he hasn't already made a video, you guys will get to meet him. But he and I will be dueling 1-to-1 using our original decks. So the ban list that was valid at the time and the original decks that we were competitive with, we'll be dueling with those. So you guys will get to see a little step into our past and maybe take a step through it into your past. But, like I said, we got destroyed this match. It's Cyber Dragon. We never stood a chance. And I made the mistake of summoning a machine again. So, I make some bad choices. So, this is match 3, game 1. I had done nothing but lose to this point, but you know what? Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't about winning or losing, although it totally is. It's about having fun, and sorry the angles are weird. The judge, at the time, was kinda being a jerk about it. He's like, he literally said that he would penalize me if I wasn't set up and ready to duel by the time he started the clock. So, I was kinda rushing it, and that results in poor quality, so from here on, I have decided that, you know what, I'll just take the penalty to give you guys better quality, because screw the judge. So I am just doing basic combos here, having a jolly good time, and I'm actually going against my opponent at this moment. I am going against my opponent who had run the Gladiator Tri-Brigade deck that you guys might have seen in a previous video, and I thought that was a really cool deck, and he was really happy that I put him in a video. So this time, he was out for blood. And when I say out for blood, he was running a meta deck. He was actually running Virtual Worlds before VFD was banned. So we have that to look forward to. And I know that we have this to look forward to because I had heard what he was running. and we can't play through VFD with this deck. And we can't survive long enough to get a chance. So, all that said, we obviously ended up losing this duel to Virtual Worlds. Alright, so this is game 2 of match 3. I obviously had lost, and I'm going first. I activate the Medallion of the Ice Barrier for that free, handy-dandy, not once per turn search, which makes this card way too good if this deck were to ever become meta. I also heard recently that Ice Barriers are getting another support card, and I believe Lightning Overdrive. It's not that great, but I'd like to get at least one copy of it for this deck, if we're still running any Ice Barriers by that point. But I activate Revealer, use Revealer's effect. Revealer just says pitch a card. It doesn't say pitch an Ice Barrier. So, yeah, Revealer's actually kind of good, but he decides to hit me with the Cyframe Gear Gamma, which I can't play through. And I get stuck with activating Thysfern's effect Engrave, banishing it to add one of my Crystron cards from deck to hand, and passing turn at that, because I don't have anything else I can really do. I mean, oh, I had Parasaur, that's interesting. But I don't know what to say here. I don't pair up well against a lot of the meta decks. But setting 2 and passing seemed to be the only option. And I was hesitant to do much of anything to his monsters, because they end up banishing themselves, but if Driver doesn't banish it, it can be used again. So, he begins his Virtual World plays, and that is the beginning of the end for me. I cry a little on the inside as I activate my Dynamiscus, but I know there's really no point in me doing much of anything, just dragging this duel out. So, against Virtual Worlds, we apparently have a bad matchup. You learn something new every tournament. Alright, round 4, game 1. I missed recording my turn, so that's a thing, but I'm going against the person that ended up forfeiting. Halfway through his turn, I managed to turn on the camera, so that was fun. But as you guys saw at the beginning, he was showing me the somehow 3 of his Solemn Judgments had all 3 of them had ended up on the bottom of his deck. Hacks. But he does his plays, and he is the sloppiest Yu-Gi-Oh player I've ever seen. He doesn't try for zones. He doesn't try to align his graveyard in any way. He's just so sloppy about it. But he's a friend of mine, so I can't really... what am I saying? I can harass him all I want. He's going to see the video, and he's not going to care. Or if he does, we've got bigger problems. But I'm going against Dino. I know how the deck runs. It's actually one of my favorite decks to play. I truly do love Dino decks. They are just so much fun. But I don't run Brain Dead Dino, as people have aptly nicknamed it. I run a very heavy Dino variant. A very heavy combo Dino variant. So, my variant's a little more balanced than whatever he's running. But sorry about all the shaking of the camera, too. Somebody's pounding on the table next to us. But maybe I'll show you guys my Dino deck sometime. Comment down below if you'd like to see that. If you'd like to see my weird Dino builds, be sure to comment that, and also, while you're down there, comment your favorite era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was it GOAT format? Was it Necroz format? What was it? Because I'm really interested in knowing, like, what kind of decks people liked and when they liked them. And if you'd like, you can also comment what deck you played during that time. So, during Necroz format, were you running Necroz? Or were you running something else? During Sky Striker era, were you running Sky Strikers? Were you running Trickstars, like me? Or what were you running, you know? I'm really interested to hear what everybody has to say. Oh, I showed my friend my token binder here because we actually needed the Jura Egg token. And I had it in my token binder, so I just decided to whip that binder out and flex on him. Not that it really mattered, because he was going to destroy me anyways. It's Dino. Like, he kind of knows how to run the deck, and that's the downfall for me. So, match 2, game 2 of match 4 against Dinos. I didn't really expect to go against Dino. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it. And I was kind of annoyed because he was like trying to throw it in my face that he was being better than me at this point. For those of you that don't know, this kid thinks he's great because he's topped with Dinos once or twice. I mean, yeah, that's remarkable at locals. You know, we have a relatively competitive locals, so I'm proud of him. But you don't start treating it like you don't treat your dinos better, like they're better than mine, or like you don't treat yourself as a better duelist than me until you've outdone me. And he hasn't outdone the amount of tops that I've done, nor has he outdone the amount of wins with dinos that I've done. So it kind of nags away at me a little bit, I guess. But that's just me talking. He does basic dino plays pretty well, but I do basic ice barrier plays pretty well, so I don't know what to tell you. My ice barriers are better. However, I do end up losing this duel. However, even though I lose, I still get the win because he ends up forfeiting and just giving it. He realizes he's not going to top, I guess. But he ends up giving me the dub. So thank you, my friend, for that. And if you ever want to have a one-on-one with dinos, let me know, because I will completely destroy you and give you something to reach for. So, that said, let's move on to the final match. Alright, so final match, first duel, I believe, and I was going first. I was going against a true Draco Numeron build, I believe. So, that's interesting, but we lost, we got destroyed. I don't have both duels on hand at the moment. My camera actually ran out of recording time, so there's that. That sounds like an excuse, but I got a bigger SD card now, so that's fun. But I am just going to do a little bit of talking while I let the duel play in the background. Obviously, there were misplays. It was the last duel of the tournament, and we weren't going anywhere, so we didn't care. So, I'm just going to do a little bit of babbling while I'm here. So, first thing that I do want to ask you guys this. If you're here and you think the videos are too long, let me know. I can do a little more cutting and editing to make them shorter. If you don't think they're long enough, also let me know. I can do a couple things to make them a little more, lengthy. I can give my actual feedback on cards or whatever. And if you guys are interested in seeing another series pop up that isn't sealed only on this channel, also let me know about that. But this was not a good day for us. We ended up going 1-4, and it was ugly. So, with all of that said, and as you guys know, we've completed our challenges at this point, and we are actually opening Duel Devastator next week. So, after the opening of Duel Devastator and after that tournament, for week number 6, I will be putting up the challenges at the beginning of week 6 and at the end of week 6. So, obviously, this week was not a great week for us. Going 1-4 was pretty bad for my pride. But we will make next week better. Next week, of course, leads to Duel Devastator, as I've mentioned. And next week will lead to a new series of challenges for either a structure deck or Duel Devastator. I'll let you guys choose this time on what you think I should open that will actually be helpful for the deck. Should I go for the the Sea Emperor structure deck from 2012? Or should I gear my way towards another Duel Devastator for the hand traps? I am also looking for Duel Overload stuff at the moment, because I need to get my hands on Halki Fibrax. But I am starting to drag on, and we don't really have that long. I don't want this to be like a 40-minute video, so before we hit that point, I do want to thank everybody for almost 100 subs and almost 2,000 views on the channel. And I want to wish you all the best of luck in your Yu-Gi-Oh! Adventures. Thank you. And there is one more thing. I think I can crack this out before we hit 40 minutes. I do want to thank my good friend Ethan He did ask for a shout out, and I have nicknamed him Stepdad. You may hear me refer to him a couple times. He does hook me up with some really good cards when I'm in a pinch, and flashcards can't help me. So Ethan, if you're watching and you've made it this far, thank you, and with all that said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.